Hello and good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in our mountain pose. So if you have your block, go ahead and place it right in front of you. Hands are going to be right by your side, starting in mountain pose, taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling out. Let's go ahead and start with just a couple shoulder rolls. We're going to slightly bend those knees, take a nice deep breath in, inhale. Exhale on top. Inhale, bringing those arms down. Exhale and reach. So we're going to start to incorporate some bigger muscle groups, taking a bigger squat, exhaling on top. Just trying to increase that blood flow. Inhale, exhale on top. Reach up through those fingertips. Go ahead and step with those feet about shoulder width apart. Exhaling out. Going into our chair pose. A nice deep breath in. Inhale, sitting down into that chair. Exhale, coming back up. Squeeze the glutes on top. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lift up on the balls of the feet, squeezing those gastrocnemius or the calves. Inhale, dropping down into that chair pose. Exhale, coming up. And again, inhale, coming down. Exhale, reaching up. We're going to hold this pose, keep squeezing with those calves, reaching up through those fingers. Go ahead, drop the heels down. Slowly bring those feet back together into our first forward fold. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, coming down to the ground. Holding that stretch, use that block if you need to. If you don't need the block, go ahead and bring those fingertips to the elbows and just let your body hang. Bend those knees, hands come to the top of the knees, head up, tail up into our cat and cow stretch. Exhale on top. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, head up, tail up. And our last one, curl one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up nice and tall. Breath comes in, arms come up. Interlace those fingers, exhale over to one side. So we're trying to stretch out all those little muscles, those oblique muscles or side muscles. Breath comes in, exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Look up towards the ceiling, start to lean back just a little bit, bring those arms back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hinge forward, bring those arms up towards the ceiling. All the way back up to the top. Relax those arms down. Good. Hands are going to come behind us, and let's do that chest stretch. So we're trying to bring those arms up as high as we can, stretching out the pectoralis major or the chest muscle. We're going to go ahead and relax those arms going into our balance series. Inhale, arms come up. Hands are going to come to sternum, balancing on the right leg, lifting the left up. Once you have that balance, slowly bring those arms up. Nice. In order to get that shoulder flexibility, a lot of times we cheat by flaring out the rib cage. Think about taking the rib cage and pulling it together. Leg comes down to the ground, breath comes in. Exhale, hands come to sternum, slowly lift the right leg up, balancing on the left. When you get that balance, bring those arms up. Nice. Leg comes down, breath comes in into our forward fold. Down to the ground. Bend the knees, inhale, arms come up. Let's go ahead and drop that left arm, holding onto the foot, going into our dancer pose. Exhale out, Using the strength of the leg, we're kicking it away from the body, stretching out the pecs again, those pectoralis major. And our quad, the muscle on the front of the thigh, is doing all the work right now. Good. We're going to keep holding on to that foot. We're going to switch our grip, and now we're going to go into a quad stretch, pushing the hip forward. Still working on balance. Slowly let that leg go down to the ground. Breath comes in. Dropping that right hand, going into dancer pose. Kicking the leg away from the body, stretching out the chest again. Start to challenge yourself a little bit more, going a little deeper into that stretch. Excellent. Coming back. Knee is going to be pointed straight down. Push the hips forward, stretching out the quad. Good. Release that leg. Breath comes in. Exhale down to the ground. Going into gorilla. So basically we're taking those fingertips, we're bringing them towards the heel of our foot, and we're just stepping on the palms, okay? Exhale, extend the legs straight if you can. Slowly take those hands out, breath comes in. Hands come back to center, and now lift the elbows up. So when we're standing on our hands, we were doing a pretty big flexion, and now we're going into extension with those wrists. From this position, let's go ahead and walk those feet out nice and wide, right? Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, reaching out through those fingertips. We're gonna go ahead, turn that left leg, it's pointed off to the side, and we're going into our warrior series. So we want those wrists to be directly over the ankles. If not, walk out a little bit more into warrior two. Reaching forward, exhaling out into reverse. Looking up towards the ceiling, really bending that left knee. Transitioning into bent angle. Hand comes to the ground, or if that's too far, use that block. Exhale. Reaching that top arm to the front of that mat. Reaching up towards the ceiling, and we're going to go ahead and straighten out both legs into triangle. Transitioning into a hip flexor stretch. So I can either be here, right? Or I can gently set my knee on the ground, reaching up with that right arm. Or I can be in this position. Right? We're going to bend that right elbow. Let's stretch out those triceps. Slowly bring those hands down to the ground, forehead to knee. Stretching out that hamstring, the muscle on the back of the thigh. Keep your right hand down. Remember, you can use that block, lifting the left arm up, revolving triangle. Back to forehead to knee. Hands come to the small of the back, slowly come up, lots of balance right there. Gather your breath, inhale, exhale into warrior one. So you should feel a nice stretch in that hip flexor. Back foot is slightly tilted to the side. From warrior one, we're going into warrior three. Get your balance, reaching out with those fingertips, squeeze that right glute, keep the right hip down, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1, feet come together, reaching up, exhale, salute to the sun. down to the ground. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hop back or step back. Inhale, down into a hover position. We're strengthening the back of the arms, those triceps. Exhale, out of dog. Inhale, lift those hips up. Exhale out, down dog. Either back into a plank, into an up dog, or slowly start to bend the elbows, the head, the nose, the chin, the chest. Either lift the hips back up into a plank and a down dog, or go ahead and transition back. So in our down dog position, we're stretching out those calves, those gastrocnemius. Right knee to nose, inhale. Exhale, kick it up. Open up that hip. And then bring that right knee all the way through for pigeon. Back into a down dog. Left knee to nose, inhale. Exhale, kick it up. Bend that knee. Look underneath that left armpit. Bring that left knee all the way through for pigeon. And once again, you can be up or you can be down, whatever feels better. This is a great stretch for the glute muscle, the bottom. More specifically, it's called the piriformis. All right, from our pigeon pose, let's go ahead and go into our down dog. We're gonna bend the knees, and this is gonna get the lower part of the calf, the soleus. Hop it forward or step it forward, and slowly come up. Excellent. Going to the middle of our mat. We're gonna do the exact same thing. This time we're gonna hop it out. Breath comes in. Exhale, hop out. We're gonna go ahead and turn that right foot, reaching out into warrior two. Reaching forward, exhale into reverse. Good. From our reverse pose, we're going to go down into warrior two. Straighten out the leg into triangle. So we're getting that nice inner thigh stretch. From our triangle, let's go ahead and bring those arms down. We can either do hip flexor with our knee hovered off the ground. You can gently place it on the ground, or you can come up like so. Lifting the left arm up, let's go ahead and get a tricep stretch. The more that you bend that lead knee, the more you're going to get a stretch in that back hip. Forehead to knee, straightening out both legs. This is also called the pyramid. Lifting the right arm up into revolving triangle. Forehead to knee again. Hands come to the small of the back, slowly come up and into warrior one. From warrior one, take a breath in. Exhale, you're going to go ahead and reach out into warrior three. Start to challenge yourself a little bit more. Getting a little closer to the ground, reaching out with those arms, keep the hip down. Inhale, feet come together. Exhale, salute to the sun, down to the ground. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hop back. Inhale, down into a hover position. Exhale, out of dog. You can either be on the tops of the feet or the balls of the feet. Inhale, drop the chest down. Exhale, lift yourself up into the plank, down dog. Slowly transition into the up dog, stretching out those abdominals. Transition into your down dog, stretching out the calves. All right, let's do our pigeon again. Right knee comes in to the nose. Exhale, bring it up, open up that hip, and bring it all the way through. Either come up on the hands or relax down. Lifting yourself back up again into that down dog. Left knee to nose. Exhale, kick it up. Open up that hip. Bring it all the way through. Into that down dog again. Feet should be about hip width apart. Pushing yourself away from the heels of the hands, letting that chest drop towards the thighs. Bend the knees. Hop it forward. Slowly come up. Nice job. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat on our mat. Actually, let's start on our belly instead. All right, so we're gonna focus on our low back. So let's just do a couple cat and cow stretches. So this is our tabletop position. So our shoulders should be stacked over our wrists, our hips are stacked over our knees. Head up, tail up. We'll just do a couple cat and cow stretches, exhaling. And again, head up, tail up, and curl. All right, back is gonna be flat. Abs are lifted. So we're using the deepest layer, the transverse abdominis, right? As we're lifting up towards the spine, reaching out, opposite arm, opposite leg. If I had a block and I put it on my back, my whole goal is that block does not fall. And switch again. Pushing the low back up towards the ceiling and switch again. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and push ourselves back into child's pose. Big toes are touching, exhaling out, let that chest go down to the ground. So those big muscles, the latissimus dorsi, if we were to walk those hands to one side, you'll feel a nice stretch in those lats. Slowly bring those hands over to the other side. When we're in the bird dog, that opposite arm, opposite leg, that's getting these tiny little muscles along the spine called the multifidi to strengthen those. All right. From our child's pose position, we're going to introduce a new pose to you. Knees are going to be together, okay? Big toes are touching. My forehead is touching the ground, and I'm reaching those arms out in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel the head and the arms up off the ground, coming up nice and tall. Inhale, curling back down, exhaling. My head is going to try to touch first, and then my arms. Then I lift my arms up, I peel my head up, I use my abs. Good. From this position, I'm going to come up onto my knees. My right hand comes back to my low back and my left. I'm going to look up towards the ceiling. And maybe this is as far as I go. If you can, start to lean back. If your low back is okay with that, reach back to your heel. Right side, left side, look behind you. This is our camel. Release one hand and the other hand and come back down into a seated position. Right? And we're going to lay onto our belly. Let's strengthen the low back. Okay, so we're going to strengthen the low back, reach those arms up, opposite arm, opposite leg into our back extension and switch, switch, and one more time, switch. If you can, both arms, both legs lifting up and back down. And again, lifting up and back down. Lifting up, bring those arms around, interlace them, exhale out, try to lift it up towards the ceiling, lift those legs up, holding for 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay. We're gonna bend one knee, bend the other, and this is gonna take us into the bow. So B-O-W. Take a breath in, exhale, use the strength of those quads to kick those legs away from the body, stretching out that chest, holding for 4, 3, 2, relax, breath comes in, exhale, and again. And relax. Push yourself into child's pose. All right, go ahead and have a seat onto your bottom. We're gonna stretch those legs out in front of us, sitting on our sit bones. Breath comes in, exhale and relax forward. Oh, tight today. All right, we're gonna bring those arms by our side. Let's go ahead and bend those knees, and we're going into boat, okay? So we don't want to bread loaf, which means we don't want to stick our belly out. So we want to draw those abs in, and we're going to lift those legs up, all right? We're going to go ahead, extend the right leg, left leg, and both legs. Again, right leg, left leg, and then both legs. If you can, take those arms away, right, left, and then both. Again, right, left. If you can, hold both. Keep holding. You can always drop those arms down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide those legs forward. Going into our Pilates roll up. Breath comes in, reaching up, curling down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath comes in, still bringing the rib cage together. Exhale, curl up. And relax forward. And again, inhale, exhale, curl down, 2, 3, 4. Stay here, lift your right leg up, pull it towards you. We're stretching out those hamstrings, the muscles on the back of the thighs. Trying to hold that stretch for 10 to 30 seconds and switch. Trying to keep that leg as straight as you can. Okay. And now we're going to switch gears into Pilates. So this is called the double leg stretch, even though it's a moving exercise, like a dynamic. So you're going to bring that leg in, you're going to lift the head and the shoulders up. That other leg is active off the ground. We do a pulse, pulse, and switch. Switch, switch, switch. Now you can keep this going, having the hands by the calves, or extend the arms up over the head. Keep breathing. And freeze. Fingertips either can come to the front of the head so we're not yanking on the head, right? And we're gonna bend that knee and twist towards it, going into bicycle. Twist, twist, twist. So keep that pattern going, really trying to have that elbow touch the ground. So we're really twisting in that upper spine, that cervical spine. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna bend those knees going into teaser prep. Inhale, exhale, slowly curl up one vertebrae at a time. Hold that pose if you can. Go into a boat and curl back down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, 2, 3, and hold into that boat and curl back down. 2, 3, and last one. Curl up, 2, 3, hold into that boat. All right, we're gonna try to keep those feet elevated. If you need to put them on the ground, do so. Pretend like we're hugging a big ball and we're twisting. Good, so keep that pattern going, getting those obliques again. Keep moving for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax all the way down. Feet are together. We're gonna open up into a butterfly stretch, open up that chest. Okay. So we're letting gravity just stretch us out. Knees are gonna come back together. We're gonna go ahead and walk those feet the width of the mat, and let's drop that right knee in. Okay, so we're getting internal rotation on that right side. And then you're gonna drop that right elbow in, getting internal rotation of that shoulder. And then we switch. Left knee drops in, internal rotation. Left arm drops down by your hip. And just like gravity, stretch it out, try to keep the shoulders on the ground. Excellent, and relax. All right, feet come together. Let's go into our glute stretch, pushing that knee away from the body. And switch. Left knee on top of your right knee, left ankle on top of your right knee, reaching through and stretching. So this should look familiar. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and pull both knees in towards you, stretching out that low back. And you can kind of rock side to side if you'd like to. All right, let's go ahead and straighten out our right leg and our left leg. Hands are just going to be right by our side. We're in corpse pose. Palms are facing up, shoulders away from the ears. And we're just going to take a couple nice deep breaths in through the nose. Let that belly rise. Exhale out through the mouth. Working on our belly breathing. So as we inhale in through the nose, feel that belly rise. Exhale out through the mouth. Feel that belly fall. And again, inhale in through the nose. Feel that belly rise. Exhaling out. And let the belly fall. So please feel free to stay here a little bit longer. Trying to keep your mind quiet, which means you're not thinking about other things. You're just breathing and you're relaxing. And have a great day. Namaste.